Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Gaskins here. If you're going to be watching the replay of this, I got to go ahead and start talking while I'm getting this live together. Let me see. So YouTube sending this out tonight. I should have had it already set up, but was running behind, doing some errands for my wife, so I was a little behind. Been meaning to get on here, been wanting to get on here, but every time I get ready to get on, a good game coming on, and me and my wife, that'd be our little quality time watching the game, so I haven't been able to get on here recently. But I don't think a game on tonight. Yeah, the game come on tomorrow night, so I want to get on here tonight. I might try to get back on again this week, but I appreciate y'all checking out the community page to keep up with when we doing these lives. And as you know, only the Blessed Tribe members can be in the chat on the lives. And this is intended to be a live Q&A for the Blessed Tribe members to post your questions in the chat right here. You do not have to do any of the little donation things. You don't have to do that to ask a question. People do that on their own, but you don't have to do that for me to ask you a question. And the president's debate on. Okay, and watching the president. The president's debate on. Boy, look here. Oops. I ain't know the president was on. Hey, y'all forgive me now. Y'all watch the president. But hey, I done got on here. So me and the president is on tonight. So y'all got to forgive me, cuz. Listen. And make sure y'all vote now. Now where I'm from, we don't really do a whole lot of voting, but this year we getting out to the polls. All right. In November 3rd or 4th, we getting on out there. Somebody say, who you vote for? Jesus? I'll be right on the ballot. Put the Lord in office. I'm put the Lord in office. Jesus say, render unto Caesar what's Caesar's. I just self-published a book. What should I do next? Start promoting it. Get your little business card. Put the cover on business cards. Hand it out to everybody at the mall. Have you some gloves on now, because they might think you, just in case they think you got that 19. And then make sure you post it online, post little snippets from it, get the ebook, put it on available for ebook, download your own ebook, and then open it up in the e-reader on your phone, on your smartphone, in the Kindle app or the iBooks app if you got an iPhone, and then highlight certain little sections, screenshot it, and then post that screenshot on Facebook and Instagram and wherever you have social media. My ex sent me a picture of him and his new woman, telling me thank you for preparing me for this fantastic woman and sorry for how he treated me. Thoughts? Well, I tell you what, your ex, he lost. Your ex is actually hurting, and he actually misses you, and he actually has a soul tie with you, and he is hurting, so he wants to hurt you because you had the audacity to leave him or to let him go. That's why he is butthurt, and that's why he's showing you a picture of the new woman. Men do that when their soul tie is acting up on them, meaning that soul tie is strangling them. He thinking about you a lot. He probably had a dream about you the night before, because that's how soul ties work. And then that's why he texts you that the next day, trying to be nasty. So just understand that. Just take it with take it like a vitamin and keep moving. How do you rid yourself of negative energy when it's around you daily? Work environment. Well, put you some music on. Get your little headphone, get your little AirPod or a little headphone, and just have you some music going on. And then you got to also transition and look at the way you look at negative energy. See, sometimes you look at negative energy and say, oh, this draining me. No, negative energy is preparing you for your purpose. So when I come in the comments, I got to deal with negative energy. When I get on some coaching calls, I got to deal with negative energy. So me working on a job that I had negative energy all around me, I started looking at my job like paid training. Like, if I could be good here, if I could serve here, if I could be happy here, I'm going to be able to be happy anywhere. So you got to just, reframe the way you look at it. Good evening. In the middle of no contact, his birthday is tomorrow. Should I wish him happy birthday? This is a tough time to go no contact, sister. This is a tough time to go no contact. So you kind of should have thought that out before you went no contact. But if you had to go no contact, you got to leave that birthday alone. You can't contact on the birthday, because when you contact on the birthday, that means your no contact is play. That means you play. That means you playing around. Now, this the other bad side about it. If you don't contact him on his birthday, he's, for one, gonna know you serious about this here, no contact. But two, he may come back with resentment and come back only to hurt you. So you got to understand that. Be ready for that. Be able to keep your distance to where you don't come in and drop your guard too fast and get taken advantage of. Jana say, don't tell black folks that lie. Tell them at least, and say you do vote. Jana, I said I vote on here now. I say where I'm from, we don't vote. And my thing is, that's not telling a lie. I'm telling the truth. You saw the NFL player that say he never voted in his life. That's the truth. Most people don't vote, and they say only 60% are voted. But this year, we voting. Got to vote. Got to get out and vote. But if I don't vote, I'm not gonna say I do vote, because I got to answer to God. I don't tell lies. I tell the truth. So Jenna, keep your 2 cents on your page. Don't be coming on my page telling me what to do on my page, okay? Because that's the quick, easy way to get blocked. All right. Thank you very much. I don't accept unsolicited advice. I go on your page if I want some advice. But me, I'm going to keep it all the way real over here. All right? Okay. Get red left to right now. Trying to come on here and do something good. Answer these questions. Do good men date single mothers? Yes, good men do date single mothers, because a man understands that a single mother, it's about her. It's about the way she carries herself. It's not even about the children. What you got to understand is, with men, when it comes to children, he really don't care if the woman is who he wants. So if the woman is who he wants, he'll deal with, then if the man is whoever, if the woman who he wants. When is the next time courses will be 50% off? I missed the Labor Day sale. I cannot tell you. I don't know if they'll ever be 50% off. Hopefully Black Friday will be something, be some kind of special. I would like to be able to do 50% off on Black Friday, Lord willing. It just they have to go with the market. It kind of go with the market, and based on what the market is saying with these here courses, so that they, taken serious and respected. I've asked my ex to delete pictures of me on his Facebook page. He has been in a relationship with a woman, but still won't delete my pictures from his page. Do you think there's a reason for this? Yeah, he may not really be in a real relationship with that woman. He may kind of be using her as a rebound. And so having pictures of you let her know she don't really got him, and it's making her fight for him and serve him and work for him, and kind of like a do girl. And then there's people who he doesn't want to know that y'all done broke up. He don't want you to know that. So therefore, he's not deleting you so that certain guys don't come for you, and that certain people don't come to him saying, why y'all broke up? Y'all was such a beautiful couple. So it is a reason for it. Coach Kim F., God bless you. Thanks, Tony, for all that you do and inspiring me to become a life coach. Had my first session last week. I coach on self-love, singles, situationships. Oh, awesome. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Came out the gate and got you a blessing. Caramel kisses. God bless you. Now, y'all try to keep the chat clear. Just questions. Just questions. Somebody ask a question, they really don't, want advice from a million people. They really asking questions so that they could get some singular advice, and I had a lot of people write in about that. So y'all keep y'all advice to yourself or on your YouTube channel, and keep the chat for questions and put hashtag Q. O3 Clary, I see you. I see you right here. Why do men wait until you don't want them anymore to want you to come back and do right? Sometimes even years later. At least 3 tried to come back last week. That's ego. That's ego. Because see, what you have to realize about men is about humans. Most humans want the easy route. So a man gonna try you and try to dog you out to see if you gonna deal with it. When you show him you're not gonna deal with it, that's when he come and try to give you a better version of him. But first he want to see if you're gonna deal with cheating, with yelling, with screaming, with cussing, with what have you. That's what you want to see if you're gonna deal with first. When you shut that down, then that's why he come back and may like he wants you. But now he just gonna give you a little bit more. He will give you 60%. You leave him on that, now he want to come back and give you 70. You leave him on that, now he want to come back and try to give you 80. So that's really what it is. Hey Tony, I was texting a guy. My reply was the last one at 5:45 p.m. and he replied later the next day at 1 p.m. Was I wrong to cut him off? Plus, I saw that he was active on Instagram. No, you weren't wrong to cut him off. You weren't wrong to cut him off. Hey, you serious now about that cutoff game? Now you serious about that there? But you were not wrong to do that, because by you doing that, it saved you a whole lot of time. Because see, a man who wants you, he waiting up by that text. He on that text all the time. He looking at that text. He ain't going nowhere. So understand that. Barbara M. God bless you now. Happy belated to your queen. Starbucks on me. Also, thank you for half off on your latest course. Hey, God bless you, Barbara. Bless you. So my latest course is called A Personal Brand, where I'm kind of talking about how you use yourself to build a personal brand. Y'all see what I'm doing? That's a personal brand. So I got a course and I'm teaching how I built to a 7-figure earner without having a staff, without having anybody on payroll, without having a full team and working from home. So I'm teaching you the principles that I build with. The actual businesses itself, you're going to find your passions and your purpose. So I can't say, hey, go do life coaching. Hey, go do YouTube. Hey, go write books. Your thing may be comedy. Your thing may be something else. But I'm teaching the principles of taking yourself and building your personal brand. And so that's on TonyGassinsAcademy.com. And it's half price right now. It's listed at half price. You don't need a coupon code. Because a lot of information. That's 7.5 hour long course. Good evening. I've always had people gravitate towards me as someone who they can talk to. Can I really make it as a coach? Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. If you believe you can make it, you can make it. You know, like the quote says, whether you believe you can or you can't, you right. So you got to look at, I made it as a coach, and look at me. It ain't nothing special about me. Y'all, you know, country. I made it as a coach, then went on to create the tech site, the project to have other coaches making it as coaches. So if you believe you could do it, you could do it. You could do it. And the thing about life coach certification, it's a whole lot cheaper than a lot of certifications. It's a lot cheaper than what I paid, what I owe in student loans. I tell you that. So if you feel like that's your purpose, your calling, go ahead. Why do guys leave you on read or delivered, but like and show interest when spending time together? It lets you know that he's dealing with other women. And so he juggling women. He probably most likely have a main woman. And then when he able to break free from her, that's when he spend time with you. But he can't build with you and talk to you on text because he with his other woman. He with his main woman. So that's when you really know a man is not emotionally available. I lost my drive to finish my book. Any suggestions on getting the motivation back? Well, you're going to have to connect with the purpose for the book. You know, who is it for? Why are you writing it? You might even need to do a consulting session to make sure that you're writing the right type of book, that you pulling out the right story, that you telling the right story. So you might want to, if you can't do it on your own, then hire a author coach. We have author coaches on my mentor.life. I'm one as well, but that's not one of my categories on my mentor. So you have to just put branding. And maybe when you talk through it, it can get you over the hump. Why do women stay around even when they know a grown boy is juggling? Does each one think he really loves her? He is very promiscuous. Do women think equals love? S equals love. Well, Tammy, you as a woman, okay? So see, me personally, I answer questions about men. All right, Tammy, you is the woman. I can't tell you why women do that. I really don't know why women do half of the stuff y'all do. Now, if you ask me a question about a man, I can speak from a male perspective, but I really can't speak for women and why they do what they do, because I'm still trying to work with the Lord to figure that out myself. You see what I mean? So, you on that right there, you get the standard for me: lack of self-love, desperation, frustration, all of that right there. I do not understand it, because as men, we don't put up with all that. As men, we don't put up with all that. You breathe wrong. As men, we ready to leave. So when I see women getting drugged through the mud, I just don't understand it. And to be honest with you, that's why I do what I do. Because when I changed my life, it just broke my heart to look out here at the game and just see, like, wow, women really out here losing. Yeah, some men lose, but nowhere near as many women that lose. So I say, man, look here. How do you know when a man is coming back into your life just to hurt you? You don't know until he do. But what you'll see, though, you will see precursors. So you'll see antecedent behavior. So you just have to pay attention. You have to pay attention, and he will be consistent, and he'll be showing you love, and he'll be doing right by you. And once you start to see he creates a habit of a negative behavior, that's when you know that's what he coming back to do, to hurt you. Lola, God bless you. During your grown boy stage, did you ever cheat emotional or physical with your wife, and how did you grow through it? Well, Lola, you got to read our book on a woman's influence and work through that book, and you're gonna kind of see the little issues that we had to deal with in the first 2 years of marriage. And for us, I was 21 when I met my wife. I was 23 when we got married. So we didn't have to work through, affairs and all of that, but we had to work through our fair share of issues. And it's something that I really can't do justice here in a minute or two. So you'll have to sit down and read the book, A Woman's Influence. I write a chapter, then my wife tell her part at the end, and that'll really help you get through that. The other thing too is we don't tell all our business either. That's one lesson that some people, make the mistake of, is telling all your business. All right. So sometimes, like, I used to work in the group home with mentally disabled clients. They had a little, just a little something going on. And one of my clients used to say, touch your nose. Used to ask them, hey, what, touch your nose. So ever since then, I touch your nose. So unlike some people that's out here with a relationship with a couples goals and, trying to be front and center, me and my wife, we work through our issues. We wrote about it in the book, but we don't just take and air out everything, because a relationship is a house. And one of my coworkers, when I was at the group home, she taught me that. She said, I tell my kids a relationship is like a house. You lock your doors. You close your blinds. You don't let strangers in. So I teach from my mistakes, but I don't take and lay every detail that my wife has gone through, that I've gone through, out, because the enemy is real. The adversary is real. And so just highlight you on here with no picture, I don't know who you is. You see what I mean? No picture and no real name. You could be working right for the devil. And just be coming to try to get a sound bite, to clip it, and then send it out to the blogs and take some out of context. So that's why with wisdom, you got to be in my page. You got to be on my books. You got to be actively in my following, and you'll hear my story over time in the context that it need to be in. Kitty, God bless you, was dating two guys. After 1 week, they talked about wanting to get me pregnant within months. They both have kids. Why do guys mention that? Just nasty. Just nasty. Don't think too much of it. Just nasty. It mean they don't respect you, and they just coming to look the sleep around with you. So you can't be fast with people. With people, you got to build a relationship slow. So with a man coming, he jump right to it. That means he coming to get you on your back. And for some women who really, really ready to have a child, they like that look. They take that as, something cute. They think that's cute. Oh, you want me to have your baby? Oh, all right. And then she right on her back. I had a friend of 20 years, but I found out he was lying to me. He wanted to stay friends, but I'm not okay with what he did. Should I let him back if he comes back around? Kimberly, I can't answer that because I don't know what he did. So you might need, and 20 years, that might be worth investing in a coaching session. So for that one right there, visit mymentor.life and book you a session with a life coach. And so you could share what he did and go through the whole situation, because I can't just say, oh, yeah, give him another chance. Or no, don't give him another chance when I don't know what he did. Life of V. See, that right there, you can't really talk about that on here. Do you think it worked in mental? Should you leave for either or? Certain words get flagged on here. So that right there is more so for a personal session or, therapy. My ex cheated on me, made a baby, and proposed to the woman he cheated on me with. Why are people looking at me like I am lacking? But no one sees him and how he is marrying a girl who knew he was cheating. Well, see, the thing about it is, nobody really looking at you like you lacking. You might feel like they looking at you like you lacking. Y'all forgive my have some lint in my beard. You might feel like they looking at you like you lacking, but you got to think about it. A lot of women done gone through that. And if not, a baby done been cheated on. So they kind of like, you know what? He is a dirty dog. She lost her dog. She ain't lose no man. She ain't lose nothing. I ain't jealous of her. You see what I mean? So they really ain't looking at you like you lacking. It's just really that you may sense that. And they are looking at him like a fool because they know what he doing is wrong. And it's also just like a cop out. It's really what a man does in a lot of cases. Men do. They'll go ahead and be with that woman just to make it look real. They trying to sell it all the way. And then she is boo-boo the fool. Because if a woman dealing with a man and knowing the man is cheating with her, then she sleeping with this man, know he cheating, and then she thinks she won a prize because he choose her. She boo-boo the fool. And she gonna get his ass. Let me see some. My internet. All right. It might be my internet. I don't know what my internet in here doing. Tony, if I'm dating someone new and he's asking a lot of questions, YouTube, y'all need to get y'all situation together now, YouTube. But I'm trying to observe, how do I answer his questions without telling too much? Answer his questions. Answer his questions, but you have to understand that one of your answers may be, you'll find out. I'm still waiting to see. So if he says, how many men have you been with? Your answer is none of your business. How many women have you been with? And is that answer going to be a real answer? So why are we even talking about that? Judge me as a woman. So what you could sit down and do is write down all the type of questions that a man asks you. What kind of man you looking for? I'll know him when I see him. You see what I mean? So some of your answers have to be kind of, roundabout. So it's not, you're not saying, okay, I want a man that loves God, that's honest, that's trustworthy, that's ambitious, because now he's going to fake to be all of that, even if he's not. Gina, God bless you now. Hi, Tony. I watch all your videos and read a couple books. Info on point, and thank you. You come from a Christian perspective. Question is, should I share your books and videos with my fiance or keep for myself? Well, if it's your fiance, that says y'all are on good terms. And it's kind of like a test in a sense, like, because if you share a book with him and you do it in a way that he is, you do it in a way that he responds to that, his personality responds that way, then it's like a test, because if he responds negatively, now you get to see that while y'all dating. So if you say, hey, let's read this book together. I want to read this book together. And he's like, I don't want to read that. That guy probably cheating on his wife. I'm not reading that stuff. I'm not into all of that. Red flag. If he say, oh, okay, why do you want to read that together? Well, all right. I mean, if you insist, I'll read it with you. Well, okay. Well, if I read this book with you, will you read this book over here with me? If he respond like that, now you know he healthy. You see what I mean? So it's typically you keep all the knowledge to yourself when you're just dating. Like you're not getting ready to marry this guy. Y'all just met, y'all dating. It's the first 3 months, 6 months. But if it's a situation y'all engaged to be married, yeah, y'all need to be growing together. You shouldn't find no information that's helping you that you don't share with him. Just Glendalo. Just Glendalo. God bless you. Now, Tony, you went live at the right time. Apple Music went down right as I was coming to the gym. I was getting out of character at that app. I'm glad you made it. Felicia, God bless you now. Miss N, I'm going to keep listening until I change. Really just want to be better for me and expand. God bless you now. Let me see. Okay, that's Felicia. Belle Beauty. Hey, Tony, my ex of 5 months contacted my dad about his grandpa passing away. I didn't say anything. If he was toxic, is he just reaching to see if I'll contact him? And will you read my picture? If he was toxic, yeah. So if he was toxic and it was your ex of 5 months, yeah, he's still being toxic. So basically what he trying to do is just be put on your mind. He want to be put on your mind because like 5 months, bro, I ain't know you. 5 months. I do the waitress at the restaurant longer than that. You know, 5 months, bro. Don't call here talking about who you done lost. Like, let's call your cousin, call your family member, call your girlfriend that you was with for a year. Your ex of 5 months. Now, unless you mean y'all just been broke up for 5 months now if y'all was together for years, okay, it makes sense. But at the same time, too, if it's his granddaddy, because I would assume you're not talking about your dad granddaddy. So if it's his granddaddy, that's really not what a man does. A man don't just call and say, "Hey, I just want to let you know my granddaddy passed." Yeah, do you? Yeah, you feel sorry for him? Oh, okay. Yeah, you gonna cry with me? Okay, yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, let's cry. Yeah, I remember granddaddy. A man don't really do that. Like if a man he going in his hole and he going to his closest people. Y'all, if y'all were together 5 months, he don't know your daddy. You see what I mean? So he just calling to get put back on your radar. And unfortunately, I can't read your picture. I don't want to misread your picture because it's real small and it's a little distant. Lola, God bless you. Now, if an ex reaches out to when you guys ended on bad terms, do you block right away or hear them out? He tried to spoil my name. Block him. Go on, block him. Because really, when you end on bad terms and he tried to spray your name, he coming back with bad intentions. He's not coming back for anything worth anything. So you got to be willing to just go on about your business. Know when you done. Know when you done. Now, if you know he your husband and he coming back and you know he made a mistake, and you know in your heart that that's your husband, that's different. If you know he's your ex and he's not the one and you've made that decision, keep moving with your life. Asia, God bless you. Now, been getting to know a guy a month. When I ask him about his past relationships and why the recent one ended, he doesn't seem to say much. Red flag. Well, it's really kind of, you want to know, but at the same time, it's like you only hearing one side of the story. So the question is kind of pointless. It's like a rhetorical question because it's like he's not going to say, it ended because I'm a grown boy. I'm terrible. I cheated on her and stole her lunch every day and sliced her tires. So she left me. You see what I mean? So it's really like he kind of saying that's a pointless question because it's only my side. So what you have to do in these situations is you just got to watch him. You got to watch him. How does he move? Does he curse? Does he get drunk? Does he smoke? Does he club? Is he obsessed with video games? Is he listen to only trap music? What kind of books does he have? Like, what is he doing? What is his job? What is his hobbies? What are his passions? So you get to know him because people can change. So even if he was the one who cheated and they broke up, people can change. So what you have to do is, yeah, you want to understand the relationship resume, but that'll come out in just normal conversation. You can't put them on the interrogation seat and say, hey, tell me everything about that relationship. It ain't gonna happen. How can a 58-year-old divorcee start to date and not look so thirsty? Well, see, at 58, you can't look thirsty unless you out here, this woman, unless you out here in booty shorts. If you out here with booty cheek hanging out, the short, you got them much booty cheek hanging out, now you look thirsty. You got all kind of cleavage hanging out, the way it's capital C cleavage hanging out. Now you look thirsty. But just, you know, getting right now, hold off right now, because you in the at risk. You in the at risk because you step out too fast and somebody cough on you and you catch that 19, you liable to go meet the Lord faster than you want to. So for right now, just stay in the house. And what you want to do right now is write out what you want your husband to be. Write out how you want your husband to look, smell, talk, what kind of job, how much money you want him to make. Just get that visualization going. You see what I mean? And then you utilize your social media. Get on your Facebook. Because you might see an old classmate that, was real quiet and shy. Now he done grew into himself. That's how I was. I was real quiet and shy. One of my classmates just DM me. And I know she probably like, whoa, what in the world? Who is this? This was not the guy I knew at high school. I was so quiet and shy. So you utilize your Facebook, post your daily scriptures and stuff like that. And you might meet somebody through social media that y'all could get on FaceTime and start building. And you're not going to look thirsty. Just be active online. I feel like God has highlighted a specific person to me. Do you believe God will show you your husband before the time? I've been seeking God and staying in my purpose, making sure I don't move before God. Well, see, now listen, I love the Lord. And I'm 100% Christian. I'm a devout Christian. And I believe God moved now. But see, this is the thing. You kind of got to check around and you just kind of got to make sure that you're not too spiritual. You got to make sure you ain't too heavenly minded. You got to make sure that when the wind blow, you don't think that's the voice of God. You see what I mean? So you just got to check your heart and just make sure you settled with the Lord. Make sure you living right. Make sure you not in willful sin. See, if you're in willful sin, God ain't showing you nothing. So make sure you're not in willful sin. You're going to sin now, but it's going to be a mistake. It's going to be an accident. It's going to be human nature, meaning every man falls short of the glory of God. Also mean every woman falls short of the glory of God. But if you in willful sin, then God ain't even talking to you, showing no revelations. But yes, if your husband, God going to reveal that to you because he also going to reveal it to the man. But now this is the thing. If it's not revealed to the man, then that's not your husband. Because A man who finds a wife finds a good thing, not a woman who finds a wife. God don't send women to go find their husband. See what I mean? A woman may be in position to meet her husband like Ruth did. Then Naomi sent Ruth to go ahead and shoot a little shot, but that was back in the day. Now we ain't shooting shots. The man got to pursue you. So understand this. You may feel like this could potentially be my husband, but don't get bent on it. Don't get stuck on it. What you got to say is, Lord, if this is my husband, let him approach me. Let him shoot his shot. Ariana, let's see. God bless you. Tony, do you believe we should give up / stop entertaining a good man if we feel we are not all the way at the place where we desire to be? Happy birthday to your queen. Thanks for all you do. Ariana, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because you're never going to be at the place where you think you should be. You're never going to be all the way there. And it's your flaws that make you beautiful. It's your flaws that make you perfect. And a man appreciates that. You know, my wife still ain't all the way where she need to be. I still ain't all the way where I need to be. We're going on 14 years of marriage. So growth is continual. That's something you're going to be doing the rest of your life. And if a man is okay being with you and talking to you, then that means he likes you. Don't bow out, you know, because you judging yourself too harshly, because you may be receiving grace in this situation, and he may also have stuff he got to work on, and it might be stuff you just don't know about yet, you know, and so that's why he's not judging you too harshly. Mr. Gasson, I admit I am off and on with a male friend. I really like him, but I had stopped and stepped back from him. However, I renewed something. But now, since relinked, he's not showing anything. Jacqueline, that means he off for you. I'm regretting this, by the way. He didn't even say good morning. Yeah, he off for you, Jacqueline. Go on, close the door and move on with your life. Because you hang around too long, he going to let you stay there, and then he going to put you in a role. And you're going to become a role player, to where you're going to be using you for acrobatics, or he finna be using you for money, or he just finna be using you just to be wasting time with you. So go ahead, you know, buy your question. Pretty flower, why you don't like me, Tony? Passed by my 2 times. See, this is the first time I seen you right here. So y'all got to realize now, all these questions coming, they just doing like this right here. They just doing like this. So really, when I start talking, I look right here at the bottom and grab the one that's at the bottom, because I'll be scrolling for days. So I won't intentionally miss your question. But like what I'll be telling y'all all times, if you on this here live right now, listen to me now. This is a live rule. Do not write in the chat complaining about being missed. Because see, had you just copied and pasted your question again, I would have seen your question right then. But what I seen was your complaint. You see what I'm saying? That is a life lesson on faith. You got to keep the faith. The moment that you sit down to pout, your blessing pass you and your head down. Look just bad with God. And there go your blessing right there. But when you keep the faith and you keep going and you keep the enthusiasm, now, boom, you fail, boom. Then you get your blessing. You see what I mean? That's a life lesson with the here Q&A. Had you post your question right now instead of posting that, you know, why you don't like me, Tony? And I know you just joking around, but had you post your question, see, that persistence. You got certain people in here like Pretty Black. They say Pretty Black and the ratio. I know their name because they will post a question 1,000 million times. And sometimes it could be the worst question, ain't got no answer for it, and they will post that question 1,000 times. I was like, Lord, please, Lord, why you didn't make this person a quitter in life? Why you had to make this person a perseverant person? You see what I'm saying? Just keep posting your question. I see it. If God want me to see it, I see it. See, Saul's, God bless you. Boy, and the people who get tired of posting their question, what they do? They send their little donation. Oh, nah, that pop up on the screen in a color. Oh, I'm gonna see that now. I don't ask y'all to do that. They do that on their own, but that's somebody who say, listen, I'm finna get to the front of the line because I want what I want. You see what I mean? That's it. That's personality trait again. Seesaw, God bless you. Now, boyfriend wants a prenup if we get married to protect his retirement fund, etc. A part of me doesn't care, but I don't know. New child together. He pays every bill. Would I be foolish to abide? That's a personal question. You're gonna have to. It's a personal question. But see, me personally, as a man, I didn't have nothing to protect when I got married. I had only thing I had in my name was a driver license, and the only thing I had in my pocket was some lint, and the only thing I had in my bank account was the ink on the screen that when I log in. But so it's kind of like you know already put the cart before the horse. Y'all got a child. Y'all ain't married. So you already upside down. So it's like at this point, it would not make sense to put your foot down by the prenup when you done got on your bike and had a child. You see what I'm saying? He gonna be like, you arguing about a prenup? We already had a baby. You know, I done flip you and toss you and seen you every kind of way. Now you arguing about a prenup. You see what I'm saying? But for me as a man, a prenup is a plan to fail. It's basically saying, I'm going to get married to go through the motions, but I ain't 100% about this, and I feel 50-50 on whether we going to get a divorce or not. So I need to get this little, I need to get this little situation in order because I'm probably going to divorce you. That's what it says to me as a man. Now, I could feel differently if I had something to protect when I got married. Gloriously crowned. God bless you now. God bless you now. God bless you. I don't know why you showed out like that there, but I so appreciate you. You ain't have to show out like that there now. I heard that men can tell when a woman did or did not have a father growing up. What are the giveaways? Somebody probably will say that, but to be honest with you, it's so because it's several women who had a daddy and doing threesomes. And then it's women who didn't have a daddy and is the strongest woman in the world. Like my wife. My wife was not raised with her father. She had her daddy, but he wasn't teaching her about love and relationships. He was doing schoolwork with her, and she would go spend the summers with him. But he wasn't in the home 12 months out the year. And she the strongest woman I ever met. That's why I married her. So really, that's kind of like a myth. Can't nobody really tell. We can assume, but it's a lot of loose booty women that got a daddy. So you just can't really tell. Kiana, God bless you now. Gina Ray, God bless you. Best friend of 5 years. Her new man kept checking me out to the point that I felt uncomfortable. Told her, but I feel like things are not the same. Is our friendship over? She probably went back and told him. And then if he putting that meat leg on her, he putting that pole on her, she in there, she feeling it, and she done, especially depending on what he doing to her now. A woman not gonna trade that for her friend. Some women just so ready and desperate for a man. She not finna let that man go when she don't know if you hating. She don't know if you jealous. And we really don't know. Sometimes we could be imagining things. We could think somebody keep looking at us, and they could be just a staring person. They like to take photographic pictures in their mind, and that's how they just take people in. It could have made you feel uncomfortable because you expect him to just look at the wall all day. He could have looked at you 3 times, but them 3 times felt like 30 times. You see what I mean? So she taking all that into consideration. She probably talked to him about it. Then he probably said, see, this is why I don't even like dealing with women who got all these close friends, because these women be so bitter. They be so jealous. And that happened in my last relationship where the woman, she came and told her that I wanted her. And then me and my woman broke up. And I had to leave her over that. Your friend probably desperate and jealous or mad about her relationship. So he could put anything in her head. And she like, listen, I'm not finna mess up my marriage, me having children with this man over what my friend thinks she saw. So you have to just kind of look at it like, was it that serious? Like, now, if he was like, if he was like that right there, okay, you should have told her. But now, if he just was looking, and you just caught him looking, now you might have went overboard and made a molehill into a mountain. And if you did that, you probably need to go apologize and say, as I think about it, I feel like I could have misread the situation, and I could be putting, thoughts in his head and gazes in his eyes when I could have just been misreading the situation. Now, if you know that don't stick by it. And if you lose her as a friend, at least you told her so that when he do her wrong, she could say, you are my real friend. You my best friend because you told me that this man was nasty. And I come to find out he is nasty. So just understand that. Sharice, God bless you. Now, Tony divorced 5 years ago, but ex still calls every now and then. Ask him to stop. He says he don't care. He won't stop calling. What should I do? If y'all don't have children under the age of 18, then block them. Block them. Change your number if you need to, or just block them. And never answer an unknown number. Let them leave a voicemail. Even if it's a family member who done got into some type of situation, the ambulance, they're going to leave a voicemail. The police, they're going to leave a voicemail. So let them leave a voicemail and listen. Okay, I know it is ambulance. All right. Where I'm from, we call it ambulance. So I understand that it's ambulance. So you're going to have some educated people on here. Oh my gosh, I have to get off of this channel. I because see, this is the problem in 2020. We got ignorant. Jessica, come here. This man is on here giving all these people advice, and he just, girl, this is what. Let me hit the rewind. Let me tap the screen too. He just said ambulance. Oh my goodness. So understand, I know it is ambulance. All right. It just where I'm from, we say ambulance. So understand that right there. So let me see. Maria, God bless you now. In Canada, Canadian, 13.99 Canadian. God bless you from another country. Now Maria, I think Maria might be a coach on my mentor.life. Thank you for all you do, coach. Say this often, forever indebted. No life money, but how does one from Canada send random donation other than mailing? We can't send the cash out. This is belated SB for Cherie birthday. Starbucks. Okay. I don't know. Maybe through PayPal. Maybe through PayPal. And you really working hard to get that blessing to me, sister. It's the thought that count. The fact that you just did what you did right there, that still come. That's a donation right there, sis. But you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to go out your way, try to find a system or what have you. God bless you, sis. We appreciate that. We really appreciate it. It's the thought that count. We appreciate that. God bless you now. And the lady gonna email me. I ain't even gonna go through it. My wife said, just act like you don't even see it. But y'all gotta understand, you never see me come on here and say, hey y'all, send me a donation. Send a donation if you want to quit. Everybody who do that, they do that from their heart. And God bless them. And that's why God blessing them. But I do the same thing in my life. And tomorrow, here go an example. Tomorrow, I got tickets for the hockey team in Tampa won the Stanley Cup. I don't watch hockey. But guess what? I'm using my tickets to take my son, friend, and his dad, who are hockey fanatics. If I'm taking out my time somewhere that I don't necessarily want to go, I'm going to enjoy the experience, but I'm doing it because I know we have access to it and somebody else like it. A lot of people don't think about being a blessing to people. Some people do. And then some people get mad when they see people being a blessing to somebody that they don't feel deserve blessings. And you got to take that up with the devil that you talking to, because that's come from the devil, because God ain't put that on you. So, hey, when I say God bless you, when I get in here and I say God bless you, I really mean that. And I pray that it multiply in your life. Taylor, God bless you now. God bless. I was wondering, when your husband lines up someone new before leaving you, would he be emotionally unavailable to the new woman and be on the rebound due to the soul tie, or are men not affected? To a certain degree, he is emotionally unavailable, and he is playing himself. So he's playing himself, and she is a rebound, and he does have a soul tie. So what's going to happen is when he line her up before y'all get a divorce, now what's going to happen is when he gets with her and he's sleeping with her, he's going to be picturing you. He's gonna be picturing you. He gonna be thinking about you because that's how soul ties work. When he stay the night with her, he actually gonna wake up in a cold sweat from a dream about you. It might be a dream of you in his bite, but he gonna wake up and she, what's going on? What's going on? And that soul tie gonna bother him now. And then he just messing up his harvest. So yeah, he is. They starting on the wrong ground, on the wrong foundation, and it's gonna affect them. It's gonna affect them pretty bad now. Kiana, God bless you. If a man tells you he thinks he isn't what you're looking for in a man, do you think he is in fear of falling in love or he just has more options? Was he really Kiana? Let me see what's your name. Kiana, yeah. Nah, see, really what that is he thinks that you are not the woman for him. But he rather put it on himself than to tell you that. Now, I should have lied with him and told you that, but a man never going to take himself out of your life because he feels like he isn't worthy. Because men want to be with a woman that's better than them or that they don't deserve. So understand that right there. So really it's me, not you. That's all that is. So just kind of look at it like, okay, he basically telling me I'm not the one for him. And let me just be glad that he told me that, because a lot of men won't tell you that. They'll just use you and take advantage of you and just keep on, and won't tell you. So be glad he told you that and move on with your life. LD, God bless you. I appreciate you so much and yours. I started to date my trainer. It happened unexpectedly. He is getting a divorce. We know each other for 2 years. We have a connection. I get self-conscious with the situation and his clientele sexy. What do I do? Yeah, you in a tough situation. You probably gonna need a session of coaching with one of the coaches on my mentor. You kind of playing yourself because see, you got to realize when you working out, you releasing endorphins, you releasing serotonin, dopamine. You getting a little oxytocin in there. That conversation, somebody building your body. He building your body. That's quality time. It's in training. There's love languages. So when you working with a trainer, with a man, a woman should be working with a woman trainer. Even if you're in a relationship, and a man should be working with a man trainer because that's intimate. And see, people try to pretend that they don't feel stuff. Oh, you feel stuff. One way or the other. You feel stuff. It's a love being built because love speaks languages. So you being available, him going through a divorce, he not even divorced yet. So essentially, he dealing with you, he in adultery. So now you building on the wrong foundation. So now y'all, whatever y'all got going, already cursed. It's already cursed. It's already doomed. You see what I mean? So yes, you ought to be self-conscious about the situation because of how you come about the situation. And then what you have to realize is just like he going through a divorce, he going through a divorce because of what he does with his, in your word, sexy clientele. That's why he going through a divorce, because he don't know how to keep his thing in his pan. So you may be the 10th, 15th, or 20th client he done hit on. And if y'all done slept together, then you the 10th, 15th, or 20th he done put on her back. And you might just have more to offer, more to bring to the table than the other ones he done put on their back. But what's going to happen is when he get tired of you, 3, 4, 5 years into you, he gonna leave you for another client. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at how you start stuff, because how you start it, that typically how you gonna end it. Hello, God bless you. Now, good evening. How can I help the man I'm interested in and love to stop having adult temper tantrums? He says he wants to change. God bless. You got to stop reinforcing it. So when he had that temper tantrum, you got to hang up on him. Hang up on him. You got to leave him. You can't talk to him for a day, and you got to let him know, listen, if this right here is going to happen, I can't be with you. And then the penalty have to be greater. So it might, first time you don't talk for an hour. Next time you don't talk 12 hours. Next time you don't talk 24. Next time 48. Next time 72. The last time 14-day break. And because see, when a man have an adult temper tantrum, you give it a little time, that's what it's gonna be. Conor McGregor. You're gonna be right in there in the octagon with Conor McGregor, and you ain't gonna be able to escape. And you're gonna look back and say, he been having temper tantrums since the day I met him. So listen to me. You got to deal with it now. You better deal with it now. Let them know it's off limits. That right there can't happen. Just Glenda Lowe, God bless you. More belated Starbucks for the first lady birthday. God bless you now. Hey, now I'm gonna give her these blessings now. She don't need no more Starbucks, but I'm gonna let her. She be having to get that Starbucks. I had to buy Starbucks stock. I say, cause my wife gonna keep them in business, so at least let me make some of my money back by buy some of these stock. Drew, God bless you now. Told my sister about you. She ended up running across your video. She even thanked the Most High. Keep speaking that good word, bro. You never know whose spirit you could uplift. Hey, God bless you, Drew. Drew came in here now Drew's shifting things up for the men. Drew came in here and sent a blessing. Now, Drew could have put that in the chat. Drew sent a blessing. Hey, bless you, Drew. Lord, pour out in life, Lord, because you rarely see men on here. Taylor, God bless you. Now, Tony, he said she isn't a rebound and wants to spend his life with her. But he also said he isn't the type to divorce his wife and wants both women. My fear is if I move on, he would come back after I heal. Taylor. Now, see, I used to be a grown boy, but that was before I got married. So when I read stuff like that, that right there get my blood to boiling. Cause see, I'm like, here I am out here being faithful, loving my wife, treating her like an absolute queen. If I show you what I did for her birthday, you'll throw up in your mouth. If you ain't got you no loving husband, you will literally unfollow me. You be like, I can't even deal with this no more. I can't this now. I'm so mad with how his wife being treated so good. You'll throw up in your mouth if I tell you how I bless my wife for her birthday. And I'm doing this right here, and then I see a fool like your husband talking about he want both women. Talking about he not the type to divorce his wife. So he want both. I can't even tell you what I have to do to him. Look at here. Oh my goodness. Listen here, Taylor. Hear me when I'm telling you. Listen to me, Taylor. The whole rest of the night I need to be talking to you. You need to get so far from that man so fast. You need to be on the phone tonight. Get on tonight. You get on Google. Divorce attorney. You get on their website, you go to the contact page, you send in a contact that they could call you tomorrow. What do y'all cost to retain you to go through this? $500. Okay, here go $500. But if you got the big bar and still get that $500, get that divorce started, and you got to go. You got to go. And then listen, when you heal, he can't reach you. He can't even reach you. You worry about him coming back. He can't reach you. Your number changed, your phone blocked, you to move to a new city or a new apartment or a new house. You gone. You got him for spousal support. You got him for 50%. You got him for alimony. You got him for all that. You got screenshots of the text messages of him cheating. If y'all state got that right there to where you get, awarded for the man cheating and all that. Hey, you got screenshots. You got all that. Listen to me. You can't play the fool like that now. Taylor, please do not be on my page and then playing the fool like that. You need to pull an all-nighter just letting these videos play. You hear me? That right there, that messed me up. I'm trying to book on the link, but it's saying no times available, but there are dates. What do I do, Tony? Kimberly, if you talking about me, or if you talking about any coach, when you click on that date, it's showing you the date, but if it say no times available, it's no times available on that day. You got to go to the next month. So I think all my October, if you talking about mine, all my October booked up, and then it's into November. And I saw something today, I think around November 4th. So now it's booking into November. And it could be the same situation for other coaches who getting bookings through the mymentor.life. So if it say no times available, that date is just the calendar. But when you keep going, Go to the next month, and then you keep clicking on the dates. Then you're gonna see one of them show you the times. Shannon, God bless you now. Words cannot express how your videos have blessed me to recover from a recent painful breakup. Thank you, Mr. Gaskins, for being such a blessing to me. Hey, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you now. Inez, bless you. Ex of 3 kids has kept leaving me for other women. This time he left me at 5 months pregnant and got back with another ex and proposed to her. It broke me. Sis, I'm sorry to hear that there. Ooh, I don't like to hear that kind of stuff there. Sis, I'm sorry to hear that. But see, now this is what you got to do, Inez. You got to watch the game film. When I say the game film, you got to look back over the relationship and you got to see what mistakes you made. You got to see all the red flags you ignored, all the red flags you missed and that you know are red flags now. And you got to write your manifesto, make it up in your mind that you never gonna fall for that again. And he played you, and you got to realize you played yourself. And you got to learn from that. And it broke you, you got to let it break you. But when it break you, it's going to put you back together. Now you got to let it put you back together. Because see, it's going to hurt, but then you're going to heal. So you got to keep getting knowledge. And this is what you got to do. You got to find areas to be thankful of. You got to say, well, I'm thankful I ain't have 5 kids with them. I'm thankful I had these 3, and I'm finna invest in these 3, and I'm finna make sure these 3 become something. They going to college. They finna grow. They finna be amazing. I'm finna be raising the next president, or the next principal, the next pro athlete, the next doctor, lawyer. You take this and say, thank you for these 3 blessings. Because without you, I wouldn't have them. So got them. I'm finna invest in them, focus on them. They finna become my absolute whole life. And that's what you got to find the good in it. Move on, cut him off completely. Don't ask him for no money. If you need money from him, let the courthouse ask him. Let child support collect the money for you, and it come to your card, your child support card, and you just go on about your life. And if he want to see him and be in their life, then he need to get court-ordered visitation. If y'all can't set it up amicably, and all y'all talking about is them children. Everything else is you focus on you, your grind, your job, your work, and your kid. And just keep moving with your life. It's going to be hard, but cry through it. If you got to holler in the pillow, holler in the pillow. If you got to punch the pillow, punch the pillow. If you got to go walk you 3 miles, go walk you 3 miles. You won't feel the same on day 70 as you feel on day 7. But you got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Brianna, God bless you. Do good men look at women who swear/curse differently than women who don't? Yes. Yes, good men do. If the good man don't curse. Now, it could be a good man and he curse. If he curse, he don't think nothing wrong with it. Me personally, I don't curse. And I'm telling you, the reason why I start cursing, honestly, is when I watch Malcolm X movie. And the man told Malcolm X, a man curses because he lacks the vocabulary to express what's on his mind. When I heard that, I said, listen, I don't want to be no dummy. I don't want to sound like no dummy. I'm already country, so I can be country and cussing. So I start cussing. And that's why I don't curse. And then I don't curse now because it's profane. It's profanity. And when you live in a sacred, righteous lifestyle, you don't want to be using profane language. And so, yes, as a good man, I don't mind a woman cursing because I'm married. But when I was single, I was looking for a woman who does not curse because I wanted her to have a clean mouth, because I wanted to make sure that our children have a clean mouth and not be cursing out their kindergarten teacher because they mama cuss like a sailor. Del V, God bless you. Hi, Tony. My boyfriend called me a B. He yells, drinks a lot, lies about his whereabouts, likes female selfies on Facebook. We live together. How do I explain this to my landlord to get me out of our lease? Now, your landlord might not care, especially right now in this situation where people ain't have to pay their rent and they couldn't evict people. But to be honest with you, they ain't nothing but a little bit of bad credit. I got one of my clients, she fixed credit. So go ahead and leave. Let your landlord know. And then you have the credit repair specialist just send a letter of hardship and they'll get that eviction taken off your credit. Within 30 to 60, maybe 90 days, it'll be gone. But that ain't gonna hurt you. That ain't gonna hurt you. Or you Google a shelter, not a shelter. You Google a foundation. And that foundation, when you go to get a new apartment, that foundation can write a letter on your behalf saying she has this eviction or this whatever, this, on her credit because she left an abusive relationship. And that foundation to let them know. And I did that with my foundation before for a young man. And they approved him for the apartment, even though he had a credit and the job and all that, because I wrote on a letterhead as a company on his behalf. So it's always a way. Don't let something like something being on your credit keep you in a toxic situation where what you just described, you could lose your life. You hear me? You could lose your life. What's the information for the credit person? Y'all email support at Tony Gasson. I got to make sure my paperwork straight with her, cause now I'm trying to be an affiliate. I can't be out here just giving out business name. Nah, I got to get my affiliation. Got to get my affiliate marketing. Nah, okay. Cut off communication with a guy I used to date. But I'm gonna promote the credit repair company because they actually just got some hard inquiries off my credit, and they got my student loans removed off my credit, like the whole account. So it helped that debt to income ratio. So it actually worked. I ain't believe it was gonna work, but it actually worked. But I'm gonna interview her on the channel on the Small Business Saturday. I'm gonna interview her so y'all can meet her and y'all can hear her come up story because she's a millionaire now doing credit repair, and she used to be homeless, and she left an abusive relationship where she almost lost her life at the hands of that man. And now she's a single mom and a millionaire with 8 companies. So I'm gonna interview on Small Business Saturday so y'all can see how this could happen, how it can work if you focus on the 3 B's. And she one of my clients. She paid for coaching session. All right. She came and got certified as a life coach in Atlanta. She invested in herself and it paid off. It paid off in her life. Stephen Mew cut off communication, Stephen, with a guy I used to date. He popped back into my life and asked for a second chance. Is actively getting help for his addictions. Told me he loves me. Now says he feels overwhelmed and wants space. Give him space and don't ever let him back in your space again. See, because you said some word. When you say that A word, you can't play with that. That's one thing you can't go up against. Because the only thing that's really going to help him get over that is Jesus Christ. He go to all the NA he want to, go to all the AA he want to. If he don't know Jesus Christ and the power of the Holy Bible and the Holy Spirit, he going to be struggling with them for years to come. You got to know the Lord. You need faith. And so be glad that he needs space. Give him his space and let it be eternal space. Meaning go on about your business. You go on about your business. Don't ever let him come back. If he want to come back, just auto reply with the cause see, men like that, they'll just keep coming and wasting your time. Before you know it, you'll be drained and you'll be walking past your husband every day. Sonny Lee, God bless you now. Was with him. He had nothing. Now he's scamming and acts arrogant and cruel. Doesn't even call anymore. I'm upset, but focus on moving on. What's the fastest way to get over it? Now, do you want the scammer to call you, Sonny? Okay. You sound like you mad at him. You ought to be praising the Lord. Now, I know you want you a little bit of Gucci and Louis now. I can send you one of these empty boxes that I got from my wife just so you could sit in there and if you manifest it. But you shouldn't want no scammer to call you. You shouldn't want to have no connection with no scammer because when them boys come get them, and trust me, they coming to get them. They're going to be looking at his call log. They're going to subpoena that call log. Who else he scammed with? Sonny Lee? All right, Sonny Lee, you going down because you was in the scam ring. You see what I mean? You got to be happy he gone. The fast way to get over. All right, you better just step over it. That's the fast way to get over. You just lift that leg up and get it going. That man scamming. And to be honest with you, see, me personally, I'm a little petty. I'll be on the yes. Stephen Joe is doing credit card fraud. 123 Main Street. Just keep me anonymous. I seen the Crime Stoppers number, and I'm just trying to help the community just get better. Yeah, Stephen Joe. 123 Main Street. He 36. African American male. Yeah. Just be on. Just only thing. Just send your nicest police out there, cause I don't want them to lose a life. Cause I know y'all like to shoot first and ask questions later, and we just keep having losing everybody. So just send a nice community. Oh, y'all about to be defunded? Okay. Well, send your community activists out there to talk and just go on and arrest them. All right, gotta go. Me personally, that's like, oh, you arrogant. I'm on that hotline. I'll be right out there with Takashi 6ix9ine snitching. I'm just playing. Don't do that. But when you see something like that, you got to get going. You got to move on about your life. You got to go on, be happy, Lord. Thank you for revealing to me this man, his true colors. Because guess what? You're not going to be upset when the boys in blue come knocking on his door. Because as you can see, for people of color, that's a dangerous situation to be in. So that's like lightning gonna strike. So you want to be as far from that as you can. Far from it as you can. Just pray for his wisdom, grace, and mercy. Ty Jones, God bless you now. Hi, Tony. I appreciate the work that God is doing in your life and your family. God bless you now. God bless you. Ruby L, bless you now. You talked about this before, but would love a video on why men date younger besides the obvious. Found out an ex that's about 43 with a 27-year-old could hear you say he playing himself in my head. LOL. Well, it might not be much outside of the obvious. It's kind of like grown boys. It's like, do you want a new pair of shoes or an old pair of shoes? You know what I mean? It's like, do you want a new car or an old car? So it's like the way grown boys look at women, they look at women as expendable. They look at women like a vehicle. That's why they use the saying, oh, you got the test drive before you pay for it, before you drive it off the lot. So you hear men say mileage. Oh, she got too many miles on her. She got too many miles on her. Woo. Suddenly, God bless you. So 27, if he 43, she 27, he looking at like, oh, she ain't got that many miles on her. 43, he like, oh, all right, 43, what you a 1967, 1977 Buick? Well, if I get this 27-year-old, what she is, a 1993? Do I want a 1993 or do I want a 19? You see what I'm saying? So grown boy, that's how he looking at it. So he judging the women for what he can get, and he just wants something that he think that is young, dumb. He can raise her, train her, and have him a good old time because she young, looking for a sugar daddy. So yes, he is playing himself, but he getting out of it what he want out of it. See what I mean? She playing herself. Bonnie, God bless you. Hi, Tony. I'm so thankful for you / your videos. Happy B-Day, Miss Gaskins. I've been through a lot the last couple of years and have lost my motivation to pursue and be successful. What is a good starting point for getting back on track? You here, Bonnie. You in the right place. You feeding your mind. You getting new knowledge. You working on yourself. This is what you doing. When you get new knowledge and you hearing stuff, you reading the books, you doing the coaching, do everything you could do. It's the obvious, it's not, hey, go in the kitchen, pour you some apple cider vinegar with a little ginger root in there and some black tea and boil it and stir it. Then you want to sprinkle a little salt. You see what I mean? It ain't no special potion for this. It's you got to go and do the work. Watch the video, take the courses, do the coaching, do the Zooms, seminars, read the books. And the more you do that, every time you do that, you pulling out something old and putting something new in. So you right where you need to be. All right, now I'm in the chat. Okay, I can see the question now. Can you do a video on dating a man with a less than 1-year-old? Now, y'all really want me to get in there now. Y'all really want me to be in the nuances now. That's a video on that? What kind of video on that now? What you want me to do? Hey, y'all. Tony, can you do a video on a man who got 9.5 toes and 3 children, and he live on the corner lot. I be like, listen, okay, so less than 1 years old. It's like, is he ready for a relationship? What is the movie of the baby mama drama looking like? You see what I mean? Do you want a subscription to that Stars episode? Like y'all watching Power? Do you want to deal with her power? Less than 1 years old. You see what I mean? Now, and then if he's not in the child life, that say something about him. If him and her don't get along and her baby ain't even one, that say something about him. You see what I mean? So you have to look at that like that and realize that speak for itself. Now, Ariana James, Tony, you missed a question from WK. Was it a paid question? Because if it was a paid question, like somebody put a donation in there, that should have popped up. If it was in the chat, I missed a whole lot of those, how fast it's going. So y'all let me see, since she's saying that, maybe it was one of the colorful ones that pop up on the screen. Or if it stay in the chat, I don't see it. Okay, yeah, I ain't see this one, WA. Hi Tony, X said that I'm perfect and that he is working on himself and he hopes to get back together. Why would he say that? Cause he lying. Cause if you were perfect, he wouldn't let you go. And a man don't let a woman go and let a woman get away to work on himself. He want to work on himself while he in the relationship. So he just lying. You can't believe everything a man say. How do you respectfully tell a man to heal from the pain and trauma his mother has caused? Just like that. Hey, listen, I've been meaning to talk to you, and I sense that it's a lot that you have gone through in your life. It's a lot of pain, it's a lot of trauma, and I really think that you need to heal from that. And I want to help, but I can't help in the way of being a punching bag or, being taken out on me. I do want to help. There's a site called mymentor.life. They have a lot of great coaches on there, and you can go on there, and I will even pay for the first session. You see what I'm saying? Just like that right there. It really ain't no, submitting the permission slip. Redeemed. God bless you now. God bless you. Pretty Flower A, bless you. Right off the top of your dome, can these A's, attentive, assertive, active, go with the flow of the BCs you always encourage us to go by? If so, can you touch on it? No, see, that's yours. Okay, don't get to me. Cause see, sometimes a poem only makes sense to the poet. So we all know what the words mean: attentive, assertive, and active. But that's yours. Now you done gave that to me. Now I might slip up and say that, and it might earn me $1 million. That might sell 1 million copies of a book. You know what I'm saying? You got an ebook called The 3 A's. Cause see, attentive, that may mean something different to me than you. I mean, yeah, it sounds like you need to be attentive to his behavior and what he's doing. You need to be assertive, let him know, what you need. But I don't necessarily, agree with being assertive in the sense of vocalizing everything you need versus just watching. Active, some people, depending on where she come from, Loose Booty 901, active might mean getting on your bike. You see what I mean? So it's going to mean something to different people. So you got to sit down and write out what that means to you. Now you got the 3 A's. Write it out. Make it a download. Send it to all your friends and family. Put it on your Facebook. They can all download it. And now that's your little ebook. You see what I mean? So, you can't, no other messenger. And sometimes people ask me that, Tony, what book you read? I'm reading God. I'm reading the Holy Bible. In my space, I don't read love and relationship books because I don't want to carry anybody else's message. I only want to carry the message that God gave me. So I wouldn't want to carry your message because see, what God gave you to carry, that's too heavy for me. You see what I mean? So let that, encourage you to go ahead and do something with it. Cause somebody don't hear, oh, you know what? Oh, that's good. That all right. All right, sister. Thank you. That's gonna go in my book. Oh, okay, the 3A. So you shouldn't even said that. Now somebody finna put you in their book. It's so many people on here right now that's writing their book right now. All right, 3A's. Okay, thank you, sister. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just change assertive. Yeah, I'm gonna change assertive to acrobatics. All right. So this way she can't sue me. So hey, listen now. K.A. God bless you. Left husband, divorce isn't final because he has moved on with a 22-year-old and we are in our 30s with 2 children. I tried to be amicable slash cordial, but he's the opposite. Yeah, he operating out of pain. He operating out of pain. So what you gonna have to do? You gotta pull them gloves off. Now it's time. I ain't talking about physical. I'm talking about in that courthouse. All right, all right. Divorce finna get pushed through. Okay, I want alimony. Okay, I want spouse support. Okay, I want child support. Okay. So now, while he with his 22-year-old, they can't even afford to go out to dinner. He like, yeah, you think you'll be able to cover us tonight? Cause child support just hit my account yesterday. And spouse support coming out tomorrow. So everything you could get. Okay, you want to play like that? All right. I tried to be nice, tried to be cordial. All right. Martina, God bless you now. Redeem, God bless you now. You got to pull them gloves off. Lola bless you now. Lola getting her whole coaching session now for 15. Oh, Lola say, come on now, let me get me one more question in here. Can you please make a grown boy university video on why men try to trap women with ulterior motives? I left this comment on one of your vids, got over 100 likes. Okay, did not see that one. Did not see that one. And to be honest with you, the reason why it's not really a good question because a man can't trap a woman with that because a woman have to lie down and get on her bike. And when you get on your bike with your leg open, you trapping yourself. So he just doing what you allowing him to do, and he don't know what's gonna come of it because they say it's really about 24 hours out the month that a woman can even conceive. So it's really you trapping yourself. So it's not because see, men not even really all that seductive and sassy. It's like as a woman, you look at a man, you like, oh, he all right, he all right, yeah, okay, yeah, you want some, okay, here you go. But women actually beautiful and attractive, and men be drooling all out their mouth. You rarely see a woman drooling out her mouth over a man. So the woman has the power right there. Now, the reason why a man is doing that, a grown boy, the reason why he doing that is because he may see you are a good catch, but he not ready to catch you. Do coach. Phone acting up. YouTube trying to. It could be the internet in here. Y'all forgive me. Think it's back now. Could be the internet. Maria, God bless. Thank you for all you do, coach. Say this often. Forever indebted. Oh, okay. I don't know if that popped back up, Maria. But I already saw that one. I don't know why that came back around, Maria. I don't know if you had to go or if you ain't see it. But I sure appreciate you. But what I was saying, thank you for that blessing, and you ain't got to worry about trying to find a way to send more blessings. Tracy, God bless you. My BFF just lost her 23-year-old son. She's grieving. Her boyfriend of 2.5 years says he's going to marry her next year. I'm nervous. Think trying to get policy money. Also, his sister is jealous and he doesn't check her. Any advice? Tracy, you got to really sit down and talk to her. And if you feel like you can't get through to her, then y'all got to sit down with a mediator, with a coach, or somebody that you feel like can speak to the situation as a third party that she may hear. But in a situation like that, you gotta put all your ducks in a row and you got to lay out your whole argument and you got to come from a place of love. And if you are bitter, if you've been negative, if you mad with your man or ex-man, anything going on in your life that she know about that's toxic, you got to heal from that. You can't show that for about 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before bringing this to her. Because a woman is not going to listen to you, to your advice about her dangling if you not completely happy in your life. She going to say, oh, you bitter. You bitter. You broken. Now you trying to tell me about my man because you want me to be like you. You see what I mean? That's what women be telling themselves, and they don't take their girlfriend information or advice seriously, even when it's right. So understand that. Leah Lopez, God bless you now. God bless you for that blessing. Marcia, bless you. Took your advice to talk to a life coach to try and get out of the situationship of 5 years. Still hard to let go. What to do? You just gonna have to do it. You know, nobody gonna do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. You can keep talking to coaches or different coaches, but ultimately the decision is yours. You know, a coach can't make you do it. A coach can kind of help bring some clarity. But 5 years, letting go 5 years of anything, letting go 5 years of a job, letting go 5 years you done spent with a car, letting go 5 years of anything is gonna be hard. So you gotta just do it and expect the pain, expect the tears, expect the soul tie, but you got to go. Hey y'all, I ain't got much longer here. I got a few minutes. You two keep trying to cut me off anyway. They like, listen, man, the doggone debate on, and you on here competing with the debate. I ain't know the debate was tonight, so I want to be on social media like that. I come and do my work on social media, and I don't really be scrolling all the time, so I ain't know the debate was. So make sure y'all get y'all voters. I got my mail-in ballot because I can't go in there and get coughed on, but got my mail-in ballot, and so make sure y'all go on vote. Get out to the poll. Now, me personally, and I'm gonna tell y'all, me personally, at this point, you really got to vote for the person that you vibe with your spirit, you know, because me, when I see somebody racing and they racist and they be saying stuff against Mexicans, they trying to build a wall against the people who building the country, and then they talk to black people, what do you got to lose? Tell black people what you got to lose. And then I saw a black person up there icing up in the president, in his rally, and he talking about, well, I wish it was the old days where we just could put a good old licking on it. I'm like, wow. So, bro, you trying to say you wish that we were still under Jim Crow? Oh, no. You can't get my vote, bro. So, really, people try to vote policy and all that, but you got to understand this system bigger than one person. You get in there, it was devout Christians who voted for Barack Obama. And a lot of these devout Christians said they were against same-sex marriage. And it was Barack who brought it into law, who legalized it. So the people who was against it, who voted for him thinking, oh, you a Christian, you see it the way I see it, they was like, oh, wow, Barack, you didn't put this? Nah, some people was like, hey, okay, I get it. It's bigger than him. He got to do what they tell him to do. And everybody get a choice. But it was people who literally voted based on thinking, I'm finna have this black Christian man out of Chicago in office. And he went to approving stuff and all of that. I'm like, well, darn, Barack, I ain't have to have life insurance. Nah, you done put Obamacare in here. Nah, I got to have life insurance. And I don't want to be paying $12,000 a year and I don't even go to the doctor. And because I'm an entrepreneur. And then when I file my taxes, if I ain't have life insurance, they fining me $3,500. Like, what the world, Barack? What the world going on? Now, come on, now, I done put you in there because thinking you a brother. And now you get me fined $3,500. You see what I'm saying? So you got to vote for who your spirit. Because what they say they going to do, they finna do whatever they want to do when they get in there. You got to vote for who God say, this who you supposed to vote for. You know what I'm telling you? Because, listen. I listened to this book one time. This man say, do you really think the powers that be, the people that got all the money in the world, finna let people that they see as imbeciles decide the fate of the world. I said, wow. Basically what he was saying, do you think the people that hold 99% of the wealth of the world finna let you, a everyday American, use your democracy to decide the fate of the world? Y'all gotta forget, one of my lights just went out. He said, no. I said, wow. That man got executed. The man I'm talking about. They came to his house, got in a shootout with him, killed him. Because he gave out the whole game. So it's like, that's why you see people like myself, I don't really touch on that stuff. Because see, what y'all don't realize, until you get a platform to where you talking to millions, you don't understand how dangerous it is. A lot of people say, oh, tell people to vote. Oh, tell people to do this. Listen. I'm not finna be putting my family in harm's way, and I'm finna have them auditing me all day. Pull it audit. So listen, you got to do what the Lord tell you to do. You hear me? Because I'm doing what the Lord told me to do. So don't try to drag me in no political stuff and all that, like the lady telling me, tell these people that you vote. No, don't try to drag me in nothing, because who gonna be there for my family when they come after me? So at the time that I go all the way out, I got to be ready to be done. Because when you look at everybody who look like this here, who go to talking that real, that got to do with politics, you see where they end up. So I ain't ready to go yet. Because my youngest son 6, my other one 13, my wife need me. So listen, you don't just, when y'all sitting out here and you see people on the platform, don't always just throw stuff on people. Oh, you need to be saying this, you need to be saying that, because you don't know what that's going to bring to that person. And when that person taken up out of here, then what you going to do? You're not finna pay for their family to live the rest of their life when you help push that person off the ledge, trying to talk about talk in a world that don't want to hear the truth. You see what I'm saying? So you got to know what you asking about, and you got to understand why certain people say what they say and why certain people don't say what they say. Because see, for me, because I'm not a comedian, because I'm not a radio host, when I speak, the powers that be, they going to take me serious. They not going to look at me like, oh, he just talking. They ain't going to look at me like they look at the radio host that plays secular music all day. So I got to wait to when God say, okay, it's time. I got you. It's time. Go ahead. I'm 36 years old. Come on now. Yeah. And this day and age, hey, Tracy, God bless you now. So Tracy answered that question. Hey, I got to go. I went overtime. So I'm glad some of y'all get it. But some people just, don't know what come with all that stuff. When you go to talking all about all that right there, some people don't know what come with it. And just the persecution and the attack on your life and what they start doing, But when you build your brand and you talking to millions, you'll realize. Hey, God bless y'all. I appreciate you. I might try to hop back on here again later this week, Lord willing. I be about to get on here, then I be feeling like, how I used to feel about the job. I be like, man, I'm calling out. I don't feel like going to work today. And that's how I be feeling. Because this right here, it is very draining. If you can imagine sitting here reading 1,000 questions and then somebody hollering at you, oh, you missed mine. Oh, you missed this one. Like, I'm looking at 2,000 questions. So this right here is so draining, I can't even put it into words. But when you get over here and you start doing it, you're going to be like, I should have never judged Tony. I should have never even judged him. And so you know what? That's why I stopped judging people. Because every person that I judge, when I got to their position, I realized why they did what they did. I remember an NFL player came to me and said, Tony, my teammate need relationship coaching for his marriage. Can you reach Dr. Gary Chapman? Dr. Gary Chapman wrote the 5 love languages. When I reached out to Dr. Gary Chapman team, they told me Dr. Gary Chapman does not do one-on-one sessions. I say, what if we pay $10,000 for an hour session? They say Dr. Gary Chapman does not do one-on-one sessions. I judged that man. And I said, I never do that. I never get so big just because he done sold 50 million books. Now he don't want to even be accessible to the people, even high profile celebrities who will pay $10,000 to talk to him to save their relationship. Man, I save relationship for free. I judge that man. Nah, listen here. 2021, I might retire from one-on-one coaching. I might retire from one-on-one coaching. And one-on-one coaching earns me $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Now you might say, ain't no way in the world I will walk away from $10,000 to $15,000 a month. But listen, money can't buy certain things. Money can't buy peace of mind. Money can't buy. And so y'all, a lot of times y'all look at what I do over here and you think it's easy, you think it's gravy, but you don't know what it feels like to be dealing with everybody and their mama spirits. Because see, I could read a comment and it could disrupt my entire day. It could disrupt my energy with my wife, with my sons, because it's a satanic person that was sent by the devil that don't even, because words have power. So when I read that, it goes directly to my mind. And so you got to understand that. Hey, this is the last question. No more questions now. No more questions. Y'all just coming on here late now. The bus done already left. You done missed the train. No more questions now. I'm gonna answer the last question now. A guy wanted to get to know, said he wanted to see me, but never got back to me with a time. Was I being tested, or he really doesn't like me like that? He taking. That's all it is. Just keep going, sis. Hey T, vid cut off when you were answering my question about men trapping women. Okay, Lola, sorry about that. Lola say, I'm finna come get my question. You tired? I don't care. Y'all right? You finna answer my question? I don't care nothing about you being tired, Mr. Gaston. You've been on here out 97 minutes. You finna get this question in. Y'all see what I be talking about? Lola say, listen, you finna get the question. Lola say, I matter. All right? My life matters. So listen, what I was saying on that, Lola, is I don't really speak on a man trapping a woman with that right with pregnancy, because that is a personal choice for a woman to get on her bike. So when you get on your bike and you open your legs, you trapping yourself. If you allowing a man to sleep with you and you allowing a man to sleep with you unprotected, you going half on that baby. You see what I'm saying? That's totally different if he physically trap you. Nah, he finna get put under the jail. But if you get on your bike, you let him, all right, without protection, you saying I want to be pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So I really don't speak on things that deal so much with personal responsibility, because we really can't blame somebody else for doing what we allow them to do. But the reason why men do that is because some men feel like you worthy enough and they want to keep you in their life forever, but they don't want you. They don't want all of you. They just want a piece of you. So if he can get you pregnant, then that means he can keep you in his life, meaning you always got to deal with his energy. It means that you trap. It means that any other man won't ever fully have you to himself, even if he loves you and that child, he still won't, see you all the way as his, because you done brought another man child into the world. And so that's why men do that, so that it kind of is like a dog peeing on territory. That's why grown boys try to do that. Me and my wife, I wanted that to happen, but we made a decision and she made a decision. She said, I want that too. You see what I mean? So it's like, that's why it happened. I joked about it on the Breakfast Club, and somebody tried to make it something serious to where if I really did that, I would not be saying that out loud. I said, hey, I tried with that baby. I said, hey, I'm finna get you pregnant. But if a person don't know you, they don't know your sense of humor. So somebody say, oh, y'all missed where he said he trapped her. It's like, obviously, if I said that out loud, it wasn't something that was malicious. And obviously, Roe v. Wade, if she could have went, if she didn't fully want that, but that was a choice we made. And so that's how I see it with a lot of these situations, is as a woman. Now, did somebody, okay, sister must have just got on here and then hear no more questions. We said no more questions. All right. And then Sierra come on here. Oh, I'm finna get this question in. Told Bestie I want God to have favor over my life. Don't want to live in sin any longer. She says, well, what about the other sins? Thought. Um, she right, but you get all the sins out your life. You know what sins you got in your life? You get all the sins out your life. You know, the Bible say, Jesus said, be perfect as my Father in heaven is perfect. So when you sin, there need to be an accident. Like if you covet, jealousy, it need to be an accident. It need to be, okay, Lord, forgive me. I ain't mean to lust after that man. I thought I saw a print in them gray sweatpants. Caught me off. Oh, Lord, forgive me. I ain't mean to look again. Lord, forgive me again. You see what I mean? It need to be an accident to where it ain't just you just getting on your bike. Boom. You just going to work stealing. You just getting on tax fraud. You just getting on credit card scam. You just sinning just blatantly. It need to be an accident. You stumble upon the sin. The man walking past you, he got the gray sweatpants on, and you ain't mean to look. And so understand that right there. You get that sin out your life. Hey, God bless y'all. Let me see some here. But hey, I want to thank y'all. Because how y'all be blessing me. This year, probably last month, I got me a new phone. Got this iPhone 11. And the naughty butt want to come out of iPhone 12. I say, but listen, I done took all this time raising the money to get my iPhone 11. And now y'all gonna come out with a 12? So, oh Lord. I'm getting ready to hang up. And then here she come. You missed my question. See, and then she gonna put the sad face with it. Now, was it a question like that in the blue? If it was in the chat, then I gonna missed it. But see, way you did that right there, you could have put your question there. You missed my question. Sad face. You could have typed your question right there. I see that. That popped up. See, y'all got to have some home training now. I'm gonna have to start a school for y'all. Home train y'all now. Teresa Santos, God bless you. So now if your question in blue, I mean in a color, I could scroll through and see it. But if it's just in the chat, it's a million messages in the chat. So I can't, and everything look the same. I got to literally read every name. So y'all understand that. God bless you. Blame it on my head, not my heart. God bless you. I got to go. I done stayed on here 12 minutes too long.